live from Stubborn German for another episode of Get a Load of This. I'm Jarod.
I am Ryan. This is motherfucking Joe.
Sexy there. You brought it down a little
So
bit.
we're not back. We talked about this before we went,
No.
but we are back.
We're just not from the
We
Silver
are
Creek
coming
Studios.
to you live.
I mean, we're not Welcome Back Cotter back.
Right.
But we
Not
are.
close
back.
though. So we are. This is our 1 year anniversary episode. Way to go! Get a load of this, guys.
I can't believe you guys got me flowers. It's awesome.
It's a big deal. You know, we didn't know what the hell to expect when we started this. We thought, we'll give it a shot. It's our bowling night. We're just going to have fun with it and see where it took us and see how many listeners we could find. And
Here we are a year in. We have dozens of listeners.
At least.
we have dozens.
We
of
almost
listeners.
have as much as the
dozen
NBA,
listeners.
WNBA.
Yeah,
That's almost as many listeners.
yeah.
We can fill the Kinko's.
But they're waiting for Arbor Day, and then they're going to really pay attention.
Yeah, right,
because-
really.
Yeah.
Then it's like our playoffs.
But we in all honesty, though, we do have listeners around the world and consistently around the world, and we have listeners that have downloaded episodes of ours in all 50 United States. I don't know about Puerto Rico, but definitely in all 50
think
states.
You know,
Counts.
in general, I just don't know about Puerto Rico.
Right.
Yeah, it's questionable at best.
I just don't know.
And aren't they trying to take over the Philippines too? Isn't that going to be
I don't know.
a state at some
That's a
point?
Sounds like fence jumping to me.
Well,
I
the
don't
Philippines is a long way away,
I'd like
man.
to have
That's-
Cuba. You know what I'd like to have? I'd
It's
like to have
strategic,
Cuba.
though.
I'd like to have Cuba because they got all the old cars.
They
Right.
do have a lot of cool old cars,
do.
but none of them are original. They use chewing gum and baling wire.
And weed eater motor parts and shit. It's fucking terrible. Most of them old cars are run by Ryobi.
Yeah, I got a carburetor from a Toro, from an '87 Toro.
Yeah.
So but no, we've it's been a long road
Yeah, it has
to
been.
1 year. We've done, how many episodes we had? Like 80?
80. We were right at 80.
80
This will be
episodes
81.
in. We're going to celebrate 100 episodes too.
Right. It's
And
coming soon.
At your
which is
house.
yeah.
We're picking some random
whoever you're
listener.
listening
Yeah.
to.
We're
Corey,
showing up
we're
with all
coming
our
to your
shit.
house doing our 100th episode.
We're showing up with all of our shit. We're just moving in like Matt Foley style.
Yeah. So our wives are here. Well, two of our wives. Joe's bride is busy, preoccupied with some motherly duties.
Yep.
And but Jarod and our wives are here, and they are paying attention to their phones.
They are staring at their phones.
Pretty much.
Right.
Okay. Well, she's being our social media coordinator. Well, then you're excused.
Pretty much.
My
how
wife is not.
everybody is.
She is getting after some shorties, which, by the way, was freaking delicious.
So I think we kind of glossed over the
we
fact
did.
of where we are. So
Yeah, let's get back to that.
this
Let's
is
get back to
Stubborn
that.
German Brewing Company. It is in beautiful downtown Waterloo, Illinois.
Live.
And it is a small German brewery.
This is a
why is it
small
gotta be
German
German?
town. Well, because it is.
Sorry.
So I think that's on their website
Yeah.
too. It's like a German brewery and a German town, German beer. It's and they embrace
It's German. I'm willing to accept that.
Oh, do you think they know about Hassenpfeffer here?
I don't know. I don't know. Only
should,
the loyal
mate.
listeners will know about
We'll know
what
about
Hassenpfeffer
Hassenpfeffer
is.
is. Yeah.
Now, this is a venue we
Mushy.
enjoy coming all the time to
Oh, yeah, it's
and
a nice
hanging
little
out,
spot.
not just a podcast.
Yeah. Well, I brought my wife here for Valentine's Day, as did Jarod.
That's right.
And it was quite the romantic evening. We came here
We got T-shirts
to get
out
a
of it.
free T-shirt.
And
so,
bitch, I should have came
Huh?
up.
yeah, well, okay, so my wife brought me, whatever.
Aw.
So, well, you know what? It's about time we flip the script on
That's
this.
right.
Y'all know how I feel about Valentine's Day. It's
Bah
a
humbug.
disproportionate holiday. You know, it's all about the ladies. They get the candies and they get the flowers. And, my wife understands that and appreciates that. And she decided to take me to someplace where there was
All
beer.
right, I'm going to get you the best gift all year long. Go get drunk.
I'm going to get you drunk and take you home and tuck you in and not yell at you for snoring
Yeah.
for one night.
You don't have to sleep in your dog bed.
And me and Archie have been fighting over that bed for a while. Like, no, you're sleeping with her. But he snores too.
Now, we've been talking about coming up here for a while, but the added bonus was that just this very week, right next door, the brand new Shorty's BBQ
Yeah.
just opened up and we all had a bit of it tonight, and it is
No, I did
freaking
not.
delicious.
But I hear it's delicious, and it looks good. I'm watching my wife eat some turkey.
I had the brisket
Turkey
sandwich.
right now?
Your wife and my wife both had the smoked turkey
And Corey
sandwich.
had brisket
Corey
as
had the
well.
brisket. It was very good. Now, did we all? What kind of sauces did we get? It was just a sauce. It was kind
They
of
got
spicy,
one
a
sauce?
little tangy.
Really? Oh, they need to work on that. They need to up their game on the sauce.
It's
deal.
late.
been open
They
a
might have
fucking
run out.
week,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, no, it's an
call for you
evolution.
walk.
It's an evolution. We glossed over the fact that Corey is here. Corey is, for those of you who aren't loyal
Can he come
listeners.
in?
Yeah, he can come in here.
Come on in here.
Corey is
Grab a mic.
my colleague. I've worked with Corey for about 7 years now.
7-ish, yeah.
7-ish years. And
7
he's-
long years, right, Corey?
Would
Extremely.
you break a mirror?
Walked under a ladder, too.
He drew the short straw for sure. But no, yeah, Corey's been a loyal listener and given me a lot of feedback that I've passed along to my podcast partners, and always good feedback. We love to have
Corey,
feedback.
Are you ready to drink some hams?
I have had hams before in college. So
Well, so
I
then
found
you.
a 6-pack, though. So
Yeah.
it was-
Yeah, you didn't have to buy all 30.
No,
So did
yeah.
you? Do you want to have some, or
I've
did I paint
plenty
a
more.
pretty good picture?
I've grown beyond
Yeah.
the hams.
Do you
beer.
want to? I painted a pretty good picture of it.
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah. I'm
We
good.
could probably find a teeter-totter somewhere that could smack you in the face if if you want the same sensation.
So yeah, those were some of the most colorful depictions.
Yeah.
That was the best beer review to date, hands down. It's like getting smacked in the face by a teeter-totter.
Seesaw.
Or seesaw, yeah.
Seesaw, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. That's good stuff.
Now,
Yeah.
Champagne told me that that was the best. How did he call it? Best clip or part of a podcast we've had ever. That was the best.
Is that right?
He said that. Yeah.
So
Said hams.
So I
Hams part.
I didn't tell
Joe's review.
I didn't tell Corey this, but he was listening to the podcast yesterday. We were at work, and we sit right next to each other. And I listened to him listening. Couldn't hear what he was listening to, but I listened to him listening, and I heard quite a few giggles out of him. And I texted these guys I didn't tell you that I texted these guys and said, one of the most rewarding things ever is to listen to someone listening to your podcast and laughing as frequently as you were. That's why I got up and walked away because I kept interrupting you. Like, what are you laughing at now? What was funny
Yeah,
that time?
right.
You know?
Yeah, it was hard not to laugh out loud because it's you're in an open environment.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, but no, it was. I think it was one of our best, and it was one of Joe's best because he brings the funny, man.
I try.
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't. It just.
It just oozes out. of you.
Yeah, if I don't do that, I'll cry a lot. So
I got to point out. So we all have all our equipment up here. These microphones and
Yep.
new cables and everything. All our settings are pretty much the same. But I'm looking at this graph, and Ryan is so much louder than the rest of us.
I'm always loud,
He's
but
just
you
got a big mouth.
I have a good producer that manages to
I'll
level
figure it
things
out.
out.
I'll find a way.
I haven't heard any complaints about the speakers getting blown in cars.
It's true.
That's a tribute to you,
Yeah,
sir.
I worked some magic.
Yeah,
I can make Ryan sound tolerable. It's,
That's why you. Whoa,
tall
hey,
order.
easy,
Tall
hey,
task.
easy.
palatable. The word is palatable.
palatable. That's right.
No, Jarod does a lot of work, more work than I would ever do. I would probably hit
Yeah.
save and push and publish it.
You know what he says to me today before we started recording? He goes, "You know what? We should just let it roll. Let's just go like 3 hours." Like, you don't have to fucking edit this thing, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down in the basement all day.
Well, I'll come over and I'll drink some of that. I'll take some of that
Some
hams off
hams.
your hands.
Here you go.
God
man.
damn.
We can finish off a
luck.
30-pack of hams
Yeah.
editing
Let's
a
do it.
podcast.
This will be a good time.
Terrible.
The last hour is going to sound like shit,
Yeah.
but the first hour and a half is going to be good.
I don't know. It'd be a lot of gagging.
So don't be surprised if this goes 3 hours. If we just forget to hit stop.
We're not going to forget.
No.
We'll be all right.
So, do you guys have our only listener that's here so far? We hope to have some more come by.
Wow, look at the little finger.
Later. Well, our only
That's a
listener
little
that's,
bird, like a finch. That's
that
like a little
doesn't
finch.
live with us is Corey. Do you guys? I talk to Corey every day about the podcast and about a lot of things, but not every day about the podcast. But I talk to him frequently about it. Do you have any questions for Corey regarding the podcast? Do you have any feedback that you'd like to give these guys about the podcast?
What
Yes,
don't you
I
like
would- I
about
would
us,
love-
Corey?
Would you like to say you need to tell Ryan to shut
What
the
do we
fuck
do
up?
wrong?
Why don't we start with some questions?
Yeah, let's see. So, how is Ryan to work with? He's a good
It's
guy.
about the podcast, I thought.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How many times you
But
guys?
go ahead and answer that. Go ahead.
So many times you guys like help each other lift things at work.
None, actually.
we don't lift a lot of
We
things.
call people for that, actually.
Have you
We're not
ever
allowed to
checked
do anything
the direction of his belt buckle? Because that
Yeah, I don't
happens
know
to
what
me
you're
all the
referring
time.
to. I don't.
You
Yeah,
ever?
I know.
Well, there was an episode where we discussed
Sam and Jen.
the direction that you put your belt on. So most people start from they go right to left if you're looking down at your belt, right? And then you right.
Left to right.
Counterclockwise?
No, right to left. Round,
Yes, counterclockwise. Is that how you affix your belt?
How do you start
Yeah.
your belt?
Yeah. Jarod does not. Yeah. Jarod goes the other way.
Apparently, I'm gay. I think that's what that means.
That's a foregone. Not apparently.
I
It's
mean, that's just, if you put your belt in the other direction, you're homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with
no,
that.
I think that's just you were not corrected at a young age.
What's up?
So we
got
have
some more fans
more
right
listeners.
Yes.
Fans, listeners, friends.
here. Now, this gentleman is
This gentleman has an epic
epic
facial hair.
He's got his
He's
facial hair
He's
game.
got the
is
Raleigh fingers going on
quality.
and a
Yep.
kick-ass soul patch. I'm envious, honestly.
He is a coworker of mine. We ride motorcycles together. We
can
do
see that.
garage stuff, welding and metal crafting.
You
and all
weld?
that cool. Well, he welds.
He
I
welds,
watch.
you watch. That's
I
not how
watch.
Joe and I work.
I say, hey, I need this thing welded. Can you weld it? And he says, give it to me.
Yeah.
And then I say, look what I welded. What's up,
I,
Sam? Jen?
Thanks for coming,
wife.
guys.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
So this
I
is
do this.
Joe. I'm Ryan.
I'm Joe.
That's Corey. And
Tammy.
and that's my wife Tammy down there.
And we're apparently no longer hiding our first names of significant others.
That's fine.
We started
I think
with
we've
Chuck,
said it before.
And
Chuck's been a focal point of the podcast.
Dude,
He's
I'm
been-
gonna have to go get a drink.
we should
I
point
gotta
that
get a
out.
drink.
Chuck and my daughter are here eating some
eating dinner together.
dinner.
But when I get
Yeah.
back, I don't want to hear no more shit about belts.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
want to hear. We're gonna talk about something. I'm gonna come up with something while I'm up
Well,
there.
we've got
And
some
then-
ideas.
And
but
then I'll
go ahead.
change the subject. And then,
Right. Yeah, no shit.
okay, go get a drink, Joe. We're in a microbrewery, so
It may take him a second.
what are you drinking, Ryan?
I am drinking the Blitzkrieg IPA,
Nice.
which is my favorite beer here.
Yeah.
But I'm an IPA fan, as people probably know. But it's it takes a strong constitution to drink IPAs all night.
Yeah.
But this is actually a pretty good one. I think it's like 6.75. It's not terrible.
Yeah, it won't kill you. Like
Right.
a 10?
Yeah, it's not like a 9 or a 10 IPA. It's pretty easy going.
Now I am having mine has a long name. It is the Kilt versus Lederhosen
Yeah.
Scottish Ale.
I saw that one on
Scottish
the
ales are
menu.
good, too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's not bad.
Kilt versus Lederhosen.
Kilt versus
So it's
Lederhosen.
basically a German making a Scottish beer. So
Right.
I guess that's where that's coming from. What we will be able to find out the genesis of that name
Coming soon.
in a little bit here. We're
Yep,
going to have the
shortly.
owner, the founder, the proprietor of Stubborn German, Chris, is going to join us later on in the podcast, and we're going to talk a lot about beer. We
Yep.
may be able to get some fresh out the keg, or not the keg, fresh out of the kettle.
that's
Yeah,
called,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't know what the fermentation tank. I guess fresh out
Sure.
of the tank.
Yep,
Yeah.
tank.
I don't know. We need to ask him that.
The bucket, I think is what it is.
I think that's the non-technical. The
It's
bucket.
like
yeah.
the homebrew.
Yeah.
I got this big bucket in the garage.
Well, that's how I did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had 5-gallon plastic buckets, but food grade, of course. you
right,
know.
of course.
Well, then you put them in a glass 5-gallon, like water cooler looking thing.
Well,
To
actually,
ferment for like
Not
30
Ryan
days.
didn't.
No, I
just
I
left
did
in the
all-
bucket?
I did well. I had a different bucket that had a bubbler. I forget what it's called,
Yeah.
but a thing on top of it. But it was still just a bucket. I didn't have to put it in the glass, whatever you call those
Oh,
things.
yeah, I always transferred into a glass, like water cooler thing.
Yeah,
so 5
yeah.
gallon.
No, I've seen those too. But no, I could do everything in the bucket. It just had a hole in the top, and it was airtight. But yeah, it was a lot of friggin' work, man. And I enjoyed
lot
the
of
hell.
work.
I
It's
enjoyed the
messy.
hell out of it. Yeah, it's messy. And what I know so much more. I might want to try it again. That I was bottling everything in individual 12-ounce bottles, and
Okay.
I had
How many bottles did you crush?
Oh, I had. Well, I never had too many. I didn't have any explosions. I didn't have bottle rockets.
Like
I
with
didn't.
the clamper? Like
Oh, I had some broken lips and
you-
things like
yeah.
that, but I never crushed one. But my wife got upset because I had boxes upon boxes of empty beer bottles in the garage, and I'm like, I'm going to fill those soon. And she's like, well, how long do we have to hold on to these? How many beer bottles do we have to keep and remove the labels from?
Yeah, so I remember when I did that, it was well before I met you. I bought like 6-packs of all kinds of bottled beer to find out what is the easiest label to take off, and it's Fat Tire.
Is that right?
Tire.
It was Fat
Nice.
Tire. So we had oodles of Fat Tire bottles because you soak them in water and the label
labels
just like
come right
floats
off.
off.
They use the right kind of glue.
The wrong kind of glue, maybe,
Well, right,
depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah,
But how long does a label really need to last on a bottle? You know, I mean, it needs to last.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, of handling, really. I mean, it just needs to survive the trip to the bar or to the liquor store, and that's it. So, the beer manufacturers that are using like super crazy glue on,
Some of them are like
overkill.
permanent.
Yeah, it's never coming off. Yeah. No, but brewing beer was fun. I enjoyed it, but I realized I liked drinking it a lot more than I liked brewing it.
There's a lot of effort.
It is, and it wasn't really. It wasn't cost effective either because if I had started to go into like larger batches, and then that required a whole different setup, then it may be. But now I got guys like Chris that have
Who
this.
needs to brew it yourself when you can go to Stubborn
German
German and drink some of the best
swipe
beer
my
around?
debit card and I'm good.
Exactly.
Ta-da!
Who needs to spend $300 on a homebrew kit?
I know
When you
he's
can just come up
had
here.
he's had guest brewers
Yeah.
that have come in here and has allowed them to make their own beer. What do you think the chances are that he would allow us to make get a load of this red ale?
Slim to none.
I don't know. Maybe he'd let us.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, why not?
Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Well, but that's why we got him.
Oh, okay.
He's going to coach us through this,
All right.
It's 95% water.
Yeah. I mean, he could tell us, where, he's probably going to have some ideas,
I'm going to wait for the awkward silence when you ask if we can do that.
The eye roll.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Oh, geez,
Here we go.
another asshole that wants me
Everybody
to brew some
comes
beer
in
for
here
him.
and wants to make their own beer.
It's like Ryan, you can't stir it with your hands.
Yeah.
Joe's back, and he's double fisting.
Like the girl at vacation making Kool-Aid. Like, what's wrong with this? I don't know.
Help you, please.
Why go to the bar for one drink when you can get two?
Well, they don't have big enough glasses here for Joe.
All right.
Joe is back.
All right, fuckers.
So I'm going to ask my friends over here, what did you get at Shorty's? Get the ribs?
They're out of pork.
Yeah.
So we got
A couple that came in.
Brisket,
I'm gonna bring
thanks.
them in.
I had the brisket
Okay.
sandwich. It was good. How are
Stay
the
where you're at,
ribs?
buddy. I'll bring them in just a minute.
We got
Sorry,
two thumbs
I
up.
already forgot their names.
Sam
Sam
and Jen.
Sam and Jen. Sam, you want to talk on the microphone a little bit? You work. Oh,
Yeah.
there's no fear here. There's like 14 people
So
listening.
he works in the bunker as well.
In a bunker, yep.
You're down low.
So-
You're down low.
basically
well below ground.
We got a couple of Snowdens with us right now.
Right.
Seriously, you're underground like you don't see light?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's
He
no
could
light.
tell you, he could
Correct.
tell you, but he'd have to kill
There's
you.
no light for
Did you hear
anyone.
the buzzing sound of the light
Yeah.
bulb above you?
Right. There's lots of fluorescence going on.
Fluorescence, missile codes.
And occasionally there's like a strobe, and then they all start playing hockey.
Oh, that is just
Right.
delicious.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a strange brew reference.
What did you get
for-
this time? Same thing?
Same thing.
Okay. Are you going to change it up tonight and get a different Old Monroe? Come on.
No, I might do one of those lemon drops you guys were
Oh, yeah,
referring
right.
to,
Lemon
but
drop
no,
whiskey.
I have found that when you're me,
When you're you,
you stick with what you know.
I hear you.
You
I'm
stick
rock
yeah,
the
I'm-
boat.
yeah,
I'm a
don't rock the
routine
boat,
kind of guy.
You know,
Like
my
every
lunch
time
is
I go to
almost the
Steak and
exact
Shake,
same
I get
thing
the
every
Chili
day.
Mac Supreme with
Right.
no onions.
Smart.
Every time.
Chili Mac
'Cause it's
Supreme
good
from
every
like
time.
Steak and Shake?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Why mess around with a steak burger
So,
when you can
I
get
know we've
the
talked
thing
about
that
this
you know is
before,
good?
but like, so there's chili 3-way, chili
Right, fuck
5-way,
that.
chili 5-way, and then
got
there's
onions and
chili
beans
Mac
and-
Supreme.
Right.
What's the difference between those three things?
So the
Oh,
Chili
God
Mac.
bless me.
Here we go.
I think we've done this before, but I
can't
I
forget
stand
think
it.
we have.
Chili
well,
Mac
I just
Supreme
don't. Yeah.
doesn't have beans.
Okay.
It does have onions, but I get it with no onions.
Okay.
So it's got
'Cause
cheese.
you don't like the onions.
It's got the regular like chili sauce, but not beans. So it's got meat.
All right.
It's freaking, and it's the biggest one you can get. Supreme is on
I
a
got
big
you.
plate.
I got
A
you.
big old plate of spaghetti.
Big old
Got to
plate.
fuel that machine that we call Jarod.
That's right.
J-Rod.
That's what you're saying is that your wife doesn't feed you enough sustenance at home.
No, you know what?
Right.
She's trying to get me on the keto diet.
Yeah, how's that working out for
Well,
you?
it hasn't started yet. Can you tell by this dark beer that I'm drinking?
That's not keto?
It's not keto friendly.
Yeah.
No. You don't get to come in here if you're on the keto diet.
What's she drinking? Water?
She's drinking rum and diet.
That's not keto.
I think it is. There's no carbs.
Oh, you're not either yet. You were, though.
She used to be. She's
It'd
like,
be a lot better if you were speaking into a microphone. at this point.
I'm on a diet right now too.
Are you?
It's a seafood diet.
see.
Jesus, Joe.
Well, if we can talk about fucking belts and the steak and shake menu, I can
Hey.
come up with a third grade joke. For the love of fucking God!
All right.
All right,
So,
did you come up? You were supposed to come up with a
Well,
topic.
you know what I did, but then I
ran into some
boozed.
friends.
I boozed.
He did. He schmoozed.
I boozed. I schmoozed and then I
So-
What is this?
so
oh
look,
my gosh!
we got cupcakes.
What is going on?
So, oh yeah. So,
anniversary.
so this is still an episode. We need to entertain people. We need to talk about
still
things
recording.
that are current in today's world.
Oh, I know what we can talk about, and I know you guys can't wait to talk about it.
Go ahead.
That fucking Empire kid.
Yep. I
Oh, my
was just about to
God.
bring it up.
Yep.
Right here
So
on the.
when it first came out, I was like, man, I'm telling you, this dude made this shit up. There ain't no fucking way. It's all made up.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what? Dude, lock his ass up, throw away the key. Because if roles were reversed, that's what everyone else would be saying.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. No, I think.
Fuck 'em.
I think. Yeah. I mean,
And I don't care-
I think most people knew deep down, even those that.
the dude sent himself an anthrax, which was crushed up aspirin.
Right.
Letter and like stick figures hanging.
We didn't know about that at the time, though. When this
No.
whole thing popped off, all
That's
we
we-
knew about was the attack. We didn't know about the letter that was like written in
Okay,
crayon.
recap. What happened?
So
For those
Jussie
of us,
Smollett.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Jussie Smollett,
He's
the
the Empire guy.
one of the
dude from
actors from Empire. If you don't know about it, then you've been under a rock because it's in
And let
every
me come
news
over and hit
source.
you in the face with a tack hammer.
Yeah. But,
Hey, there's plenty of people that have never seen Empire.
well,
I've never seen
I've
one
never
thing.
seen it.
Okay. Well,
and I didn't know who this guy was until
I've
the
never
story
heard of the
came
guy.
out.
Right.
But now he's, if it had been true and he had legitimately been attacked, or if he had come up with a better story or a better plan,
Didn't hire his friends.
He and didn't hire his neighbors and
Hit me in the face with a
write him a check.
baguette.
He wrote him a fucking check to pay. It's like, come on, man.
Give him $3,500 and told him don't
Yeah.
tell.
Hey, make sure you have
in
a
the
paper
memo,
trail
In the memo line of his check, he's like, for beating me up.
for ass beating.
I mean,
For MAGA conspiracy.
yeah,
Right, and that I said at work. That's how you knew the first sign that this was a fake story was when it was in Chicago and someone said, "This is MAGA country."
well, yeah, and it was
Like,
a
of
polar
course not in
vortex. It was
Chicago.
28 below at 2
Beat me in the
a.m.
face with
Yeah.
a baguette.
2 a.m., 28 below in Chicago, and two white guys wearing hoods and red hats, came up and beat the shit out of him. And
what is going on?
Two things, though.
she brought us some cupcakes. This is a celebration here, Jared.
Yeah. I just want to celebrate.
Wow, that happened.
Hey,
So-
if you want to feed me a rib, I would eat it out of your hands.
Wow.
Tie it to your belt.
Boy, I think things happen differently in the bunker.
Yeah. Is it a bunker or a submarine?
Not that one.
Not that one.
All right. Thanks, man. So all of you, what is it? AMSR fans?
What is that?
This is that.
You
There's a whole
smacking.
thing. It's people who listen. They watch YouTube videos and listen to people doing really, like they eat food into the microphone, or they'll
Why the hell would you do that?
click their nails into the mic because
Okay.
people like get off on it.
What?
Except
So
instead
you
of
mean
it's
to
not
tell me there's people that listen to that shit, but they don't listen to us?
right. Here we go.
That's fucked up.
So we're gonna post this under the category ASMR or whatever it is.
ASMR because it's
So while
Jared's
he's-
going to eat a
Here we
rib.
go.
So
Here we go.
while he's
Watch.
sucking on a rib bone,
I didn't hear a goddamn thing. Oh,
There
that's
it
not you eating. That's you smacking
yeah,
like
it's
a
just being absurd.
like an
No.
ass.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
But
Right.
I will say this though. So I smashed my thumb today,
Yeah, it looks
And
it
it
looks
looks brutal.
nasty.
and then it's all broke up. And then just now, as we were talking, I was pulling fucking metal out of my mustache.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I was laying underneath it. I showed you that picture of that car. It was fucking
Oh yeah.
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 I so hate my life.
I gotta say, these ribs
Did you
are
like
awesome.
torch your hand off the other day too?
Shorty's ribs.
I do have an it's healing now, but it's
the palm pussy.
My palm
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah. Let me see. How's it?
It
How's
was
it?
yeah, it's
Oh, that's looking good. Yeah.
It was a
Actually, it looks more
an infected
disgusting.
wound.
It looks more disgusting now than it did last week.
Yeah,
But it looks like it's healing, though.
it is healing.
It's very unappealing.
It is. It's nice.
This place is hopping tonight.
It is hot. Well, they heard a podcast.
Yeah, they heard to get a load of this,
Words out.
guys.
I think Ryan and I's workplace injuries are pulling a hammy walking to the bathroom.
Yeah.
holding it too long.
You could shit and tear. I mean, it happens.
No. I got one more call, but I gotta pee really fucking bad.
It's like, the cafeteria's on the first floor. I got to go down 3 flights of stairs.
Like, I'm winded. Yeah, that's.
I have to park like it's 0.6 miles away.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
It's fun in the snow.
So yeah, well, Corey and I, we moved to a new building, and Corey had a pristine parking spot at the old building. I had a parking spot, but it was my parking spot. Damn it! And but
Man, my parents pay.
my parking spot was in the like the depths, the corners of the parking lot. But everybody knew, anybody that knew me knew that's where Ryan parks. And every once in a while, some asshole would steal my spot. But whatever, I just moved one over and it was all good. But we moved to this new building, and I have had a hell of a time figuring out where to fucking park. I've kind of been all over the lot, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. You know? So I like to back in, and I like to be. It's the same way that I am in a public place. I like to quick exit, right? I want to be able to hop in the car, throw it in drive, and just go. I want
with
to
you.
kill zombies. I want to run them over.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, I want to get out of there. And I'm
Suck
having a hard
that
time.
bone. Man, I'll tell you what. You treat
this,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm gonna
Oh,
watch it.
Jesus. Jared's still eating his fucking rib.
He
Making a
is.
project out of
Good.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Treating that motherfucker like it's his first date. This is where you're gonna call, right?
You don't even know my name.
I don't need to know your name.
It's not like that, okay?
You got some barbecue sauce in your hair.
I really like it.
Yeah, got a little barbecue sauce
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all over your face. No,
That
no.
was good. I'm done eating on the air now. Sorry.
Yeah, thank God we didn't record that. We would have had to have a whole different rating on this whole thing.
You know what I do know? I can make your hands clap. I can make your hands clap. That song was just on. Fucking love it. All right.
So we never finished the Jussie Smollett thing, but I mean, we don't need to. I mean, everybody knows what's
Sorry.
going on with that thing. I think it's.
Well, okay. What is? I mean, do you think
What
that
is
it
it
was
what?
a
I can tell you exactly
a way
what it
to
was. Keep it-
instigate racial tensions, or
nope.
was
He's come out and said, and the police have
was trying
said,
to get
and they
his job
they
back
buy
or
it.
something, right?
Well, that
Job
he was
back.
that
he
was
was getting wrote off.
Well, no, the Fox people said that wasn't the case. He was complaining about not getting paid enough. So he thought he was underpaid. He was trying to raise his star
Well,
value.
Fuck, ain't we all underpaid?
Well, sure.
Yeah,
So-
I'm underpaid. You
But just
put
the-
me up against John Carlos Stanton. I'm underpaid.
Right.
I ain't out there
Come on,
making
Ryan.
up fucking
Let's go
stories.
kick Joe's ass in the alley.
Right,
It's a
and
fine
see if we
idea.
can- Just don't tell anybody about it. We should be good.
Yeah. Two guys in MAGA hats.
Beat the fuck out of Joe. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, wait, who beat you up?
Two Republicans.
Wait, hold on a second. These two guys? What?
What was the name of the gang in Seinfeld? The
I don't know.
it was the. Oh God! It was a president.
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking
Corey,
about?
you watch a lot of Seinfeld. The name of the gang and
that
Seinfeld?
Yeah, and they picked on Costanza, but they were like a president's name, like the Woodrow Wilson boys or some shit like that. That's what they were called.
Oh, is that like when he called him like shrimp boy or something because they ate like a whole thing of shrimp? I don't.
No. That was in the and then he came back. That was the jerk store.
Yes,
And then he goes.
but this is a.
This
I don't.
is
He
different.
worked
You're
for like
fine.
every episode. He had a new job.
Well, it wasn't where he worked. This was just people
mayhem.
walking. It was just him walking down the street.
I don't.
Yeah, and it was a praise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Kelly? All right.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're placing our orders.
Yeah. Well, we got
fuck.
it. This is great. You need another one?
This is
Ah,
great.
she's gonna come back, and
He's
then
got a full one in his hand right now.
Who wants to watch that disappear? Hey, Davey Copperfield ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah, but he was like being chased on the street.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember what the.
They were called like the Woodrow Wilson boys or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll have to
you know what?
research that.
Listeners, I will get back with you on that.
So, okay. So this guy basically used a horrible racial tension issue, hate
Oh, it was-
crime
it was-
thought
to
about
like
15
get a
minutes.
raise at work,
All right.
basically.
Well,
But it
so
didn't.
To keep his
They-
job.
They
that's
wrote
what
him
they're
off
saying.
now.
That's what they're saying.
They cut his clips.
I believe. I'm calling bullshit. My wife disagrees with me. We've talked about it a little bit, but I think
that's got
that
some hooch.
yes, he was trying to raise his value. He was trying to raise his status by putting his name out there, and he figured, well, if I'm the victim of a hate crime, then everybody's gonna know my name, and I'm gonna get more jobs, and I'm gonna be a star. You know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden now he's the hero. I think that was a part of it, but I also think he hates Trump.
Right.
And he hates anybody that supports Trump. And he's like, well, if I can do both with one
Sure.
swoop, right?
Right.
If I can make every Trump supporter look like they're just a racist, homophobic asshole, then it's a win-win-win
Right.
If
for
I
him.
could do that, I would do that as well. The only difference with me is why would I put myself in a situation
Right.
where I'm going to get caught in a lie?
Well, but because you're smart enough to know. And I mean,
Well,
any of
I'm
us.
not going to put enough energy into something stupid like that
No.
ever.
Well, these
I barely phone it in for this.
the three people that were involved with this thing are clearly not the brightest bulbs. I mean, they're
Oh, hell no.
I mean, the fact that he wrote a check, the fact that whenever the cops said,
Who
"Hey, can we
writes
get your
checks anymore
can
anyway?
we get your phone records?" and he's like, "Yeah, let me work on that for you. Let me got Photoshop.
Yeah, right.
Anybody got a license for Photoshop? I got to delete
I'm,
some lines, you know."
I'm going to call Garen and Tammy over here.
All right,
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so we can move along.
So while so Joe's gonna go find some other some folks that are friends of his and drag them over here and try to get them on.
I'm
microphone.
gonna gamble here and say no fucking way.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll
never
see.
know.
We'll see. Oh, they're picking up coach. They're moving over.
Okay. They have no idea we're gonna ask them to be on the
Can
air.
anybody
though.
see the score of the Blues game on that
How's
TV?
the Blues game? 11 in a row.
I don't care.
Sam does not
But-
give a shit about
but-
sports.
But I do, Sam.
Just a heads up. Just a quick.
What?
Not on? What? Are you effing?
They're watching Nashville.
What the hell? Is it?
From the place.
Go take care of this, Ryan.
Good.
No.
I gotta pee anyway. I'll be back.
All right. Well, hello.
All right.
How are you? Here's your mic.
Folks,
Awesome.
you gonna get on with us?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
This is Garen. It's Tammy. It's our WBPO. There it is.
There it is.
Waterloo Band Parents Organization.
Band parents.
That's right.
Because how else is the band gonna make money for tubas and stuff?
No,
They
we
would
don't-
be in a world of hurt
Thank you,
without
ma'am.
the band parents.
Is there any way you could do 2 more of these on Joe? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Yes.
Yes, these are good folk right here.
They
I
are
like them.
good
They came out. They're supporting us, and they're supporting a lovely Stubborn German, which is
Yeah.
a
Love it.
wonderful little hot spot.
you guys probably come up here fairly often. I'm not calling you raging alcoholics or anything, but
No,
okay. We love stubborn.
they're not raging alcoholics. No, we'll let that just come over the airwaves.
Right. Yeah.
There's-
You'll see.
Stick around, right?
So,
Oh.
have you known that Joe has a podcast for a while now?
I've known for a while. Yeah. I actually
You
We try
listen
not to
some
tell
I
other
people,
listened
people.
to most of you guys' early stuff.
Wow, man.
And then I got off of it for a while.
What happened? What the?
I don't know what happened. It's
Life.
one of those things. I have no excuse. You don't listen.
It was Ryan, wasn't it?
It was.
It's
It
too much
was.
Ryan.
It was too
I was
much
telling them
It's
about
always
the
Ryan.
latest ones. They've been pretty good. They
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely a resurgence of
I kind of like binge, you know. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
listen to.
I hear
I
you.
shouldn't say this. Slow day at work. I work from home,
Oh.
so I would
Man,
pull
this guy.
3 or 4 of them in a row.
Your
and-
boss
that's
isn't
smart.
listening. I bet he is listening.
I hope he's not listening, but
Of course he is.
sorry, Adam, if you're listening.
yeah.
We have dozens of listeners.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
I know.
That's what we were just saying earlier. It's us, and then there's like WNBA, and
What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? It's some sort of mango.
Oh yeah,
habanero.
I had that.
Oh yeah, Ryan was telling me that's a really good one. He
Ryan's
says you don't have to
wife
feel bad
got
if you
that
drink
last
it, though.
week.
It's got a little kick.
That's not a commentary on whether you should be allowed to drink it.
Right.
Just saying.
My mouth feels a little.
It's
little
got good
peppery.
mouthfeel.
I tried
a
it.
little
It is
good
good,
mouthfeel,
yeah.
does
Yeah,
it?
it does have
How many
good.
fingers was the head?
Ooh, I would say it was. I would
was-
say it was 2.
How was the lacing?
It
Yeah,
was
we
it was a 2-finger head.
We do beer reviews most of
We
the
do,
time
yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but
So I'm
but
on
I
the
don't-
alt beer now,
What is
and
that?
I don't know. It's an amber colored beer.
I
Yeah.
have fucking 2 eyes.
that?
Yeah, I got you on that.
I don't know.
I think we're going to end up doing a flight with Chris,
Yeah,
the
Chris is
owner.
gonna
He's
come
going
on.
to
Oh,
come
yeah.
on the next
Yeah.
episode when he gets here.
Okay.
So
Cool. You'll get all kinds of explanation about what's really in the beer then.
probably we're going to try to tone that back though.
Yeah, Joe gets bored when we start talking about hops.
And then I
I'm like,
instantly go
okay.
into wiener, wiener, wiener,
right,
wiener.
I get it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Coors Light has corn syrup.
I don't. Yeah, I can't. I don't. All I know is it has to chase the snakes off my arms, and that's all I care about. So
So what podcast number are we up to here?
This
80.
is number 81.
Oh my gosh.
81. Yep.
season 2, 81.
Yeah, I'm pretty well way behind.
It's all right. You could, but the beauty part of it is there's not. It's not. It's not like you got to worry about who got killed. This isn't like
Right.
what are those soap operas?
Right.
Right.
You just hop in anytime you want, man.
shot Joe?
They're fun, right?
Ryan
just-
keeps getting killed, but we keep bringing him back.
Yeah.
You can do that when
You
you,
killed
write
Kenny.
the show.
But it's
So we kind of changed our format or whatever. We used to do once a week, and then it was twice a week,
Yeah.
and then we went back to once a week, and now we're doing like longer episodes with some shorter ones in between.
half loaded. Those are
Half
fun.
loaded. We try to get really drunk, and then we talk for 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. We do those though with no pants on,
Right.
which is cool. It's fun.
Probably TMI, but
Wait till
you
the
got-
video comes.
what you guys, right? What you do behind
yeah.
closed doors should stay behind
Right.
those doors.
Wow, that's got some flavor to it. I like the
So
old beer.
tell us a little about yourself.
What am I?
How's your 401k?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, tell me
it's,
about
it's
it.
Grown. It's grown this year.
Okay,
that's for sure.
good.
But then it took a big step back.
You can thank
know?
Trump for that.
Trump. Yep. Yep.
MAGA country.
Yeah, it's MAGA country
It is
apparently.
MAGA country. We are in Illinois, though. I
We
mean,
are. Yeah.
Right.
MAGA's kind of a bad word in certain
Yeah, it
parts
depends.
of the state.
Yeah.
It's a 4-letter word.
Right.
Up in Chicago, apparently it's MAGA country.
Sometimes
They
you
do-
can use it as however you want to use it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We just fall into the lake.
I think we would have to secede, probably.
Right. We're the problem, not
Yeah.
them.
So, without getting too specific and giving up too much detail, you guys are band parents, so you have a son or daughter. I don't know if you want to reveal anything,
We've
but
got
you
a
guys,
son,
that's
yeah.
how you know Joe, right?
We've
From
got
the
a
band.
junior
A
percussionist.
junior. Oh, nice. Right. I was a drummer,
Were you? Okay.
Still is.
still occasionally.
Playing a band?
Not anymore. I'm just,
So
I'm too
the
old
intro,
now.
the intro to our podcast. I'm
Right.
sure you've
Yeah.
heard.
It's him.
Awesome.
That's right. I still got it.
Yeah.
I got some chops.
That's cool.
Now are you gonna get on the mic or what?
No, she's
Are you gonna get on the mic?
no.
No.
Does it pick her up across the
Yeah,
table?
probably not.
It's
Laugh track in the back.
So we're all very proud of Joe's daughter.
Oh, we
She's,
are too.
Achieving greatness.
she is.
She is. She's a high achiever.
Yeah. Well, it's because I beat her like
Right. People.
100%. I think there's a higher number.
Right.
So I've known Emma since she how old was and what year was she born?
3.
Yeah, so she was 3 years old, and she's always been the sweetest person. She's a lover. I mean, and she loves her daddy and spends time with him every chance she gets. We used to stand.
She's not here though. I'll point that out.
She's not here, and
You know why?
Well, she's
'Cause
busy.
She's hanging out with a real
She's in some
family.
sort of honors
she
band
is.
program
She's-
tonight.
yeah.
But I'd
Achieving
come out
great
the front door of my house, and I'd hear Tony. No, it wasn't Tony Bennett. It was Dean Martin.
It was Dean Martin.
Ain't that a kick in the head? Blaring out of Joe's garage, and I walk over there like, what the fuck is going on over here? And there's him and his daughter just singing just singing,
Screaming it.
screaming.
She loves that song.
Really?
Yeah, we could do it right now.
And so that turned into, well, he was already probably about 8 or 9 beers in at that point.
Definitely.
And I was
9
like,
a.m.,
well,
what
all
do you
right,
expect?
well, I guess I'm going to join this party. And so yeah, the first time that I ever saw this guy.
This is a good story.
So she's 3 years old. She had a
probably 4 then.
yeah, maybe, yeah, and she had a dollhouse, like a playhouse in the
Like
backyard.
we
it was,
bought it at Rural King.
it was made out of
the big
wood.
one
Oh,
that
yeah.
you make
Yeah.
and put together.
It was blue, I believe, right? And a storm came through and it destroyed this dollhouse.
Blew
And
into his yard.
So I had just moved in next door to him. He had been there for 3 months or 4 months or something like that.
something like
And so I said, waved, I said hi or whatever. And I'm sitting on the couch watching a movie with my wife
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday, and it's raining, like
Sprinkling,
It
it's
was
not
fucking raining. And all of a sudden, I hear someone singing Pearl Jam at the top of their lungs in the backyard, and I see a very bright light. And so I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell's going on here? So I go and I look through the blinds, and there's a fat man standing in his backyard.
He's very rotund.
There's a large man standing in his backyard with a fire blazing. I mean, this fire was 7 foot tall, and maybe it wasn't Pearl Jam. Probably was
Something.
though.
Something.
and just singing as loud as he could. And there's his little daughter standing right by his side, like, "Yeah, Dad, get it."
We burnt.
I'm most curious what song it was. It
was- I
Can't
bet
Find,
it
Can't
was
Find
Daughter.
Buttermilk. That's my favorite.
Daughter.
Yeah. Hee haw. Every time I sing, it sounds just like a donkey. Yeah.
That might have been it.
Yeah,
That was,
that's their top hit, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, we burnt that whole house together, her and
Yeah.
I. Every time I went out there to burn, she came with me, and I had a chair with me, and she had a little
little chair, yeah.
Minnie Mouse chair, and we just sat there and watched that fire.
You guys are best buds.
so
yeah.
that was the first time I saw him. I was like, Jesus.
I remember when
told-
our kids liked us.
I told my wife, I'm like,
Those were
what
good
the
times.
hell have we
Yeah.
done? Who did we
just-
move in next to?
We just moved into
Yeah,
our children
but then
find
I
out about
it.
realized
Sanford
that yeah, he's a hell of a fun guy, and I enjoy hanging out with him. And
Yep.
we started getting drunk together and burning shit together. So
Yeah. Still
and,
do.
And our kids watched each other because we were not capable.
Right.
Oh no, we were fucking scholars. It was great.
I mean,
So-
it's legal what you burn, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Only on
it is
Tuesdays.
now.
mostly.
medicinally at
Yeah.
least, right?
No, but we were dads of the year, man. We would
we just let them run around the backyard as
Yeah.
long as we could see them.
we had a playground. It's like, all right, we know where
Yeah, what the hell?
Right.
we know close
How
to
far
where
can
they're
they
at.
go?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
we're in Waterloo.
They're gonna get
They
scared
got little
eventually and run
legs. They're
back.
gonna tire out.
Eventually, they get hungry.
Well, and I
Gotta feed them.
Right.
Yeah, and I had trout line on mine, so she would run and then yank her back.
She has spinal issues to this day because of that. But
Hell, what the hell?
Joe, she's like president of every club in
I know,
Waterloo
she
High
is.
School.
She's
a rock
Where is
star.
she right now? You told us earlier.
She is first chair at McKendree
McKendree
for
University.
the, I guess,
MVC Band Festival or something.
is it
Something
Missouri
or other.
Valley
Missouri
Conference?
Valley Conference Band Festival.
One of those
I think.
band nerd things.
That's cool as hell,
One
though,
of those,
man.
yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
I
yeah.
can say that. I was a drummer.
Yep.
They're all band nerds. The drummers,
But see,
they're
now-
the cool ones.
Yeah, they are.
now he pulls his weight in the band.
Yeah.
Well, that's VP right there
What?
of WBPO.
Man, this
That's right.
guy's
The-
like
So you're
organizing
putting
shit.
flags in the ground.
is
what I'm hearing.
And pulling
Yeah.
them out. Yeah.
And pulling him out of here is the
In
harder.
the snow, in the rain, you
Yeah,
name it.
he is he's a trooper.
Joe puts him in the ground, gets hammered and hung over, and this guy comes and takes
Yeah,
him
he
out.
comes over and takes
Hey,
it.
I need you to fill
I gotta
in
help
for
you
me.
again. Why don't you wake up? Wake up, you fucking bum.
And Joe's like, no,
Really?
just hold my pants up while I pull this out. I don't want. They fall down every time.
Come on, just get it up. I'll be in the truck.
So,
Joe, how about I buy you a belt instead of coming to help you with this stuff every time?
You know how I feel about belts. I'm suspenders.
our California listeners probably won't care, but how do you guys feel about you're getting a new band director next year, right?
It's
like
exciting.
an epic, monumental
exciting,
thing.
yeah.
Is it
See,
exciting?
now he's doing, or they,
Are you on the
I should
search
say, not
committee?
he.
We've already got him.
Yeah, he's there.
He's
And he
hired.
sounds
Is
like
he
a
top-notch?
nice guy. I'm.
I think he should be.
Yeah.
So
I think
He's
I
got
may-
big shoes to
I
fill.
may
A
have
young
missed
feller?
something.
Younger
Were you guys
feller.
in the band whenever you were in school, or are you musicians?
I went to Bellmeyer.
Okay.
Yeah, played played trumpet.
Trumpet.
Did you? Okay.
Nice.
And
I
you?
was in junior high, and in high school
He
did
quit.
not,
He was
but
a quitter.
I was a percussionist.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
In
Okay.
junior
I think I
high,
came in on the end of
then
that.
in high school, you were like, I'm all about the ladies.
Then he started a band.
Yep.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play in a band?
No.
Oh man, that's
You know
where
what?
it's at.
I like
always
this.
wanted
I
to
like
be
this
in
guy.
I always wanted
It's
to be
not
a
where
drummer.
it's
Seems like a
at.
nice guy, but I'm a little
Yeah, man,
threatened
I
because
teach
he's got a
lessons.
great
Come on
voice.
by. Yep.
Alright.
I'll
I
teach
mean, if you listen to him
Yeah.
talk, he's got a great radio voice.
Yeah, I know.
Should I?
And he's
Yeah.
doing this without
I
the
got a
mic
face
down
for
there.
radio.
Yeah,
Right.
just yeah.
I'm telling
His
you,
mic-
take it like it's prom night,
His
son.
his mic
Put
technique's
it
a
right,
little
put
lacking.
it right in front of you.
You got to get right up
you
on it.
remember?
Not really. No.
Oh, I was the only one behind the dumpster.
Yeah.
2 lines forming, guys. 2 lines forming.
Can you give us this? Say, and we're back, coming to you live.
And we're back.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
That's sultry.
I like it.
He's got
That's
potential.
money.
I'm a little threatened, Jared. We should be threatened. By
I
this.
am threatened. Yep.
See, I'm not because I'm
you have a
funny.
basement?
So yeah, you know,
No
I'm
one cares what your
fine.
voice
I'll
sounds
be
like.
good.
It's
I don't
a
care.
walkout. You
I'm
guys
raspy.
can
I'm
sneak in
shitty,
out
and
the back door.
That's right.
That's good.
but yeah. So I'm glad you guys got to come in, sit down
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. I'm glad you came. Good people.
Kept Joe a little respectable. He was
Yeah.
getting out of hand. He was
Yeah.
double
Well,
fisting.
yeah,
I
what's
don't know if
funny
we
is-
can. I don't know if we can let him leave though,
What I
because
like-
Yeah,
if
can
they
you stick
leave,
around?
then he's going to start
No,
doing
I'm not-
shots.
I'm not running him off by
He's going
any
to rip his
stretch of
shirt
the-
off and.
What's funny to me, not funny, awesome, I'll say, is they seem like normal people, don't they?
They are.
They seem that way.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I don't know if I
believe they
believe
are.
it.
Right.
But yet they will. I mean, in a crowded room, hey, I know him. You know, it's not like they duck and run.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
They acknowledge your
we
existence.
acknowledge you. Yeah. Right.
That's tremendous. I mean, I'm the only asshole with 2 drinks in front of him. So
Does Joe double fist drinks at band competitions?
I have not seen that.
No.
Joe don't
Probably would be
Joe's
frowned
business.
upon. I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, that would be
Because
Well, at social events, he usually just has a bigger cup.
Right.
Well,
I
right.
do
Yeah.
have a bigger cup.
Right.
You get
But
your Yeti, and who knows what's in
Right.
your Yeti.
Yeah, who knows?
He's
But
one of
no,
those
I'm all
guys.
business with that shit.
I
man.
believe you. It's for the
We're
kids.
gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you next year.
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
You're
He's,
the strong arm of the group, I think.
Hey,
he's
I'll
like
tell
a
you
bad
what,
penny. He keeps coming back. He just you never
I
get rid of
I
him.
need to.
take
I
all
need
the
to
help
talk
we
to
can
you off air
Oh,
about strong arm.
all right.
He's looking for some side jobs.
You need some muscle or what?
Somebody's got to threaten those
No,
judges
just
at the
leave-
marching
yeah.
band
Oh,
competition.
I will put a fucking chokehold on some of
Exactly.
them fucking dick
This
kissers.
is why they get first place at every competition.
Right.
Joe's
right.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
They're holding
Tell
us
them
down.
what's
You
what.
got a
Glares
foot on the
at 'em.
neck.
Right.
That
Give 'em a
sounded
look
really
like-
good, didn't it, pal? Yeah, sounded real good, didn't it? Yeah. How? What do you think of that solo? Top notch, wasn't it? What? I can't hear you. Fuck them. Yeah, had a good band season. Had a really good time.
We're checking on the Blues.
Oh, we're going for
Score.
12 in a row tonight, right?
We got
Oh, yeah,
11 in a row. And they're playing
they're
tonight.
away.
Playing
Who they play?
Dallas, right?
Dallas, that's
Yeah.
right.
What's Dallas like this year? I don't even
Hitchcock.
know. Are they competitive?
I think they're in the running, but I don't think they're right now. They're not. They don't have a playoff spot.
I'm
I
going
don't
Saturday.
think. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a playoff spot now? Are we
Yeah, we're
officially
like,
in?
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Way past wild card. We're like third in
So hold on a
Western.
second. So Joe and I went to a hockey game in
Oh, yeah.
early January.
Yeah, I know.
And
We went to Capitals. They beat the Capitals.
Yeah.
Really?
Ovechkin.
And,
yeah.
and he was going down there. He's like, this game's gonna suck. They're playing Ovechkin. They're gonna get an Oshie. They're gonna get their
It's
asses
the
handed.
Capitals. They won
Blues,
last year.
The Blues are done. They're sucked. This is a wasted season. They should just start playing.
But
for
he had
the
really
draft
good
pick.
seats. So I was like,
Really-
shut the
yeah,
fuck
they had
up.
really good seats. And they won that game. And they're third. They're third in their division.
Yeah, third in their division.
So he says
0-0 now?
they're done. We watch them beat the Caps, and then he's like, that don't mean shit. You know, the sun shines on a dog's ass kind of thing.
I did say that. That sounds like me.
And he's like, they're done. I'm like, look, we're not even halfway through the season. You know, we still got a
Right.
lot of season
yeah,
left.
we weren't even an
and,
all-star.
and now look where we are.
Hey, how
Look
many
where we
years
are.
have they been gangbusters from day one?
President's Cup.
President's Cup,
Yeah.
and then they choke.
Right.
This is maybe the change they need.
and
Who
you know what?
knows?
That's the beauty part
Coming
about
in hot is what it's all
Oh, yeah.
about. It's
Oh,
hitting,
yeah.
hitting the spot.
Yeah,
You know.
I love
Now,
I love being part of the.
Sometime.
You going
Same thing.
to get booze? Put it
Loyal-
on Joe's.
Loyal listener Bill, who actually sat in on the podcast while you guys were out of town, he is in Dallas right now and is at the Blues game.
No shit.
In Dallas.
So he's
How about
not
that?
going to be here tonight.
He will not be here tonight. Unless his private jet can get him here.
So I've got a story. I've been to one Blues game in my life.
One.
Holy
one?
shit.
So
Keep it close so we can
Sorry,
hear
man.
you.
Yeah, you gotta.
This
Sorry.
sounds like a good story.
So I didn't grow up in St. Louis. I grew up in the Kansas City area,
I'm sorry.
and
And you're not a Royals fan?
I was when I was a kid because George Brett.
Well,
You
yeah.
know,
Everybody's
I
a
was-
George Brett
He
fan.
was my hero.
I'm not. Fuck George Brett.
No, I'm a
Him.
George Brett fan. I'm not a Royals fan, but I'm a
Right.
Bo Jackson fan,
So
but I'm not a
hockey
Royals
was
fan.
foreign to me,
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
moved out here, and I just don't follow it.
But
I
didn't they
didn't
have
follow.
they had the Wolves or something?
Well, they
like-
didn't back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think I'm younger than I am?
Well,
evidently.
you look like a spry young
Yeah,
man, sir.
Anyway, so I've been to one Blues game, and guess who they
09.
played? They played the Capitals,
Oh my god.
and they lost 5-0.
Really?
And Ovechkin looks like a giant on the ice.
Yes.
And I pretty well hated it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll ever go back. But
You hated seeing the. I mean, hockey is a really fun sport to watch, I think. And it's really the only sport that I think is better to watch live than it is to watch at home.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
rather watch hockey live
Yeah.
than at home. Now,
And there's
football,
no bad seat in that joint.
Right.
I mean, you could be at
Football,
the top row or
baseball.
on the glass.
I've never seen a NBA game, but I would think basketball is probably the same way. I would rather watch that at home. But hockey? So when did you go? When was that game?
oh, it's probably 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And they were decent, but
Yeah.
they just got
Yeah.
smoked that night. And I walked out of there with a bad taste on my mouth, and
Yeah. You ought to give it another shot.
I need to give it another shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys already
Speaking
talk?
of getting another shot, there's
Yeah.
a beer for you right there. It's not a
is.
shot, but
Get
hey.
you-
She's gonna bring us a sample of the shot.
hell
She
yeah.
says it's not tapped yet, but she can get samples out of it.
Oh, right on.
Just-
I
Yeah.
think
Did you guys already talk about the shoe incident?
What the hell are you talking
Last
about?
night, the Duke game?
oh, I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's right.
Dude blew a shoe.
That-
Yeah.
And maybe
It's
knee.
not good for Nike.
And some bones.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I seen Coach K said that it's a mild sprain, so
Adidas shares are through the roof now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was a Jordan.
It was
shoe.
a Nike. Oh, I don't know if
it was a Nike. It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
Paul George model.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Well, there you
'Cause
go.
it
There's
was
your
a-
problem right there.
Yeah,
if he'd have
right,
been wearing
yeah.
Jordans,
He'd
it
been
wouldn't
fine.
have been.
Well, but I think Jordans are UNC, and that's who they
Oh, I
played.
bet
that
you're right.
night.
Well,
That does
he went to
not
UNC.
speak highly for those
82,
Vietnamese
84.
kids
Right.
who are putting those shoes together. They got to
Right.
step it up.
You know
Yeah.
what? So speaking of Jordans, I'm gonna walk you guys down a
Let's hear it.
softer path. So that's all my shoes when I'm just walking around.
Yeah.
My walking around shoes are always Jordans.
To this day,
Always.
I've never seen you wear Jordans. What are you talking about?
Always wear
They're
Jordans.
white Jordans, though.
Always
Right.
white Jordans.
What model are we talking about here?
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know. All white.
I'm a
and
Jordans freak, but I've never
Always.
seen you wear them. Okay. What's
I've-
your favorite model? What's your favorite year,
all
number?
white. No, not like his shoes.
What?
Jordan. I got Jordan.
What are we talking about here?
flip-flops.
Jordans. Okay, fine. All
He's
right.
just
talking the
Jordans.
brand.
Yeah,
So
the
not
brand
like
Jordan.
the 23s or
Yes.
whatever. Okay. All right.
Always
I'm with
have
you.
it. Always. It's all I buy.
Okay.
Sunday I went and watched the race, the Great American Daytona 500.
Yes.
Got drunk.
Hard to imagine.
Hard to imagine.
Were you there?
No. I was there 2 years ago though, and that's
Huge NASCAR fan right here.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I went 2
Don't
years
judge
ago.
me.
No, I'm not. I actually
There's
I like
no
it
shame
more
in that.
Yeah, I like it more now. than
Everyone
I-
has their flaws.
Yeah,
It's okay.
right.
Any rate,
Yeah.
I get
Jordans.
home, I kick them off right next to my work shoes.
Yep.
I go to work Monday. I put my Jordans on and wore them to work.
Steel toes.
I don't wear steel toes. You can't
Okay.
wear steel toes when I do.
What?
I wear tennis shoes, but I wear
right.
white. I always wear white tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I do. I know they get fucked up and it doesn't matter. I wore these.
It's his trademark, though. So
It
you
is.
know.
Yeah,
I wore these
I've
fucking
seen it.
Jordans to work. I ruined them.
Yeah.
At lunch, I'm washing my hands. I look down and I go, holy shit! I wore my good shoes to fucking work.
Right.
Ruined them. I got
Damn it.
white Chucks on.
Let's take them off.
White Converse tonight.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any other shoes, and it's like, what the fuck? Is there that are boots?
I mean, you ruined them. What did you do to them?
well, at work.
Right?
Dragging them around
Yeah,
on
they're all
metal
scuffed up.
shards.
They're-
Wear them here to a bar?
No,
Okay, it's not a
hell
bar.
Did you get
It's
a little Bondo on
microbrewery.
them,
We're
or
in
what
public.
happened?
We're in
I'm
If
sorry.
God damn it.
The whole tops are scuffed. They're not all white shoes no more. Yeah. You guys are aware that I don't work in an office, right?
Right. I know.
aware,
but
yeah.
I'm what?
Now, did
You're kidding me.
Did either of you
You
growing
look
up?
like you carry yourself like you're working in an office.
Did you ever own any Jordans, like the actual
Yes,
like
I
Air
had.
Jordan?
I had the 88s with the mesh. I had
Oh,
the Jordans
nice.
with the patent leather.
Yeah,
I had 2 years with the
I
patent
had Jordan
leather.
ones in
I had Deion Sanders.
ones.
I had.
They were the Georgetown
Stoudemire's.
colorway, though. They were like dark blue and gray.
This guy, the
Yeah.
help brought them to him.
Yeah.
Here you go, sir.
It's my school color.
May
It
I-
was closer.
George.
It was
May
the
I-
closest
may I-
thing to my school colors
May
when I
I
actually
slip
played
on your
basketball.
Air Jordans? You don't really sound English.
But then whenever
I don't
the-
know why you're working here.
When they reissued the Jordan ones, it's probably been 9 years or so.
How do you feel about that? All these reissues.
Love 'em.
Yeah, I think it's cool as hell. And so my
it
oldest
kinda
boy,
pisses me
he
off.
he was
Oh, the
shopping
85
for
Air
sneakers, and
Flights are cool as shit.
And I
I
showed him.
know,
I was
but-
like, you need those. And they were the red, white, and black
Yep.
Jordan ones, the original colorway. And I was like,
85,
you
80,
need those.
yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh my god, I love you, kid.
Cool fucking shoes.
So we were in the mall, and we went to three. We started at Finish Line. They didn't have a size. We went down to like whatever, I don't know, all the different stores,
Right.
the Athlete's Foot and everything, and finally found them at the last store. And they're like, oh yeah, we have an 8.5, and I was like, awesome,
Wow.
done.
Nice.
They were not. They
And
were
they were
not
like
cheap.
$250.
but I-
Break
no,
out the
they-
credit
They
card,
were
yeah.
like they were like
Right.
120 or something like that.
36
But-
more paint. Well, yeah. So my
But he
last
watched
ones were
me pay for
150.
That's
The ones that
actually
I
not
just
bad.
tore up at work
Oh,
were
yeah,
150.
Oh, that sucks.
What pisses me off is when they take like the tongue from the 10 and the side from the
Yeah.
8 and the toe from the 12.
know they did
and
that.
they make a fucking
What are you, a
Frankenstein.
fucking purist?
I'm a purist.
They got too
If you're
many
gonna
models
re-release
out now.
it, release the original shoe
Yeah.
with everything exactly how it was. That's what I want to see. Don't fucking make your
I
own
was-
Jordan out of it.
I was in a shoe store like 2 weeks ago, and I saw there must have been 20 different models of Jordans.
Right.
And to me, it didn't have the same
I know.
feel anymore.
No.
There was one model, and if you had them,
You
were
had
the
them.
man.
Exactly.
You're
You
right.
had the Jordans.
Totally agree.
Yep.
But that's like the Reebok pump. So anyhow, my point is I only
your
that's
point?
that's it. That's all. But they're
Yeah.
real comfortable, man. My slides. I had
They
a
oughta
pair of
be.
slides for years, and they were Jordans, and they were just awesome.
A lot of child labor in there. They ought to feel good.
I gotta
mean,
say
those
that's a
people
lot
put
of sweatshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give
Think
a
of
fuck.
all
Fuck
the
that.
little-
Hey,
the
you
young
know what?
Asian children.
They're
Shop.
working, right? Teaching them kids something good.
I'll get out of here.
Getting a beer right there?
Is
I'll get out
Dude, is the Blues game on over there yet? We got nobody watching. Hey, Corey.
Well, you want to bring Sam on? Sam, you ready to talk?
Get over here.
Get in here, Sam. He's drinking
Hey,
bourbon.
Garen,
Commercial
Tammy,
again?
thank you. Thank you so much,
Like
guys.
there's never a game going on.
Thank
We'll
you.
check in with you.
All right.
This guy's a bourbon aficionado.
Well, I'm
know.
not an aficionado. I'm a fall down drunk.
He's a-
There's
This
a
guy,
difference.
this guy is Snidely Whiplash.
What are you drinking there?
A version of Booker's. I don't know exactly what it is. All I know it's like
You got to talk into the mic.
130 proof or something.
Nice.
Whatever.
Shit. Well, then you should have been over here about a half an hour ago.
I should have been.
Now,
I'm gonna be slurring my
I was
words
just bragging
now.
about your bourbon taste buds. You got a real thing for bourbon. You know your shit, right?
I used to have taste buds, and then I started
That's right.
drinking bourbon.
And you know that this place knows their bourbon, right?
The stubborn German knows their bourbon.
And they
Yeah,
got
they
some
got
good
like
deals.
200 different kinds up there or something like that.
It's
And he's
it's
got
probably
some
the third best
cheap,
whiskey
right?
selection that I've seen in town.
So, do you like Old Monroe?
Do I do? What?
Old Monroe.
Old Monroe.
That's he probably has never had.
That's a stumpy.
Well, that's the
You gotta
stumpy
try it. That's a
shit.
local
That's
Columbia,
the stuff
Illinois.
that's here.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking now.
I'm not sure if
that's
I've had
next.
that.
You ought to give it a
Try
shot.
it.
It is
Next.
my absolute favorite whiskey, Old Monroe. Just to
Old
straight
Monroe.
up, yeah.
Okay.
It's coming
Now they
next,
have like
folks.
8 different kinds here of it. It's if you get a
Just get the bourbon.
If you just get a I don't know how you are. Looks like you're
It has
drinking
an
straight.
oaky finish with a.
You do it straight, huh?
Yeah, I usually
talking
do
about.
bourbon neat. Just-
Yeah, I ice with soda because I don't want to go to jail.
The
so
night
this
is young.
this is my buddy Sam.
Sounds
So
like prison.
Joe,
Joe.
Now,
And
do you listen
Ryan?
to the podcast, Sam?
he doesn't. I'm gonna say he
I've
doesn't.
listened to 3 of them.
3.
Which ones?
All 3.
Like
All 3.
I can't even remember. I've listened to 3 of them, but I didn't listen to all of 3 of them.
The old ones? Are they old ones?
Yeah,
or new
like
ones?
some of the initial. Like
Did you
Probably
hate
before
us?
Well,
Joe.
hell, you probably don't even know who I am then.
no, I know you, Joe. I mean,
okay.
I know
I
who
bitch
you
about
guys
you
are.
all the time.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He knows.
And I talk to Jarod a lot, so he keeps me up to date about what you guys are doing and stuff. So
you should have seen how drunk these guys got the other night.
So how many times does Jarod come in and he's like, I'm so tired. I had to stay up editing 3 hours of podcast, and I was up till 2 a.m.
Yeah, I've heard woes and stories.
I think in the early days,
complain.
he was calling it taking a PTO day because of editing the podcast, and I'm like, dude, don't do that. It can go out late. It's okay.
It seems
it
like
wasn't
a lot
because
of
of
work.
editing. It was because I was up till 1 a.m. drinking a bunch of beer with you.
I
fuckers.
introduced.
Well, now we've seasoned you.
I've
so.
introduced us to Fireball.
Fireball.
We do
I've
Fireball.
heard the story about Fireball.
The box. Oh, Fireball.
Well, yeah, no. So when we first started, which was awesome, Jarod was drinking good booze.
No, you're gonna drink that.
Oh yeah.
You gonna take a sip of that?
I'm gonna make Jarod take a sip of this stuff. This stuff is some of the hottest whiskey I've had in a while, and
Hot?
I've had.
And what is this?
It's a version
this
of
like-
Booker's. That's
Booker's?
the hottest version of Booker's bourbon I've ever had.
Did you bring that?
No, they
it's
have
here?
it. Yeah.
It's frowned upon to bring your own
He's got
alcohol.
He's got
Yeah.
a flask.
I'm not going to drink the rest of that. I'm going to
No,
sip
no,
on
you
it.
didn't like sip on it. You drink the rest of that, you're gonna be having a seizure.
Right here in number 6, they brewed it with Shorty's next door to go pair with barbecue.
Oh, right on.
More coming, they're coming.
So hold on, we got newsflash.
Holy fuck.
Some just
This
came in.
just in. This
just
just in.
in.
Hopefully, someone can tell us what we're drinking.
It's a amber lager. They brewed it for Shorty's next door to pair it with their barbecue.
Okay, so
Thank you, ma'am.
A little undercarbonated.
hey, can you tell us what we're drinking in the microphone? Can you tell us what we're drinking? Come on, you can do it.
This is amber Czech lager. It
Czech
was brewed,
lager.
Czech lager, yep, with Shorty's barbecue next door just to
Nice.
pair with their barbecue.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
it'll be kegged like this weekend, so it'll be on
Sweet.
shortly after that. So.
Okay.
And she was nice enough to bring us all
Yes.
a sample of it. So here, gentlemen, we're going to do a beer review.
We are
Hold
gonna
on.
do. Oh, okay.
My chest is on fire from that fucking
from
bourbon.
that Booker T's.
We're going to do a
like
beer review.
serious pain.
We have 5 people here to do a beer review, and
Everyone give her a sniff.
yeah.
Jen. Oh, okay. We have an extra one.
Well,
The next listener that
Sure, it'll-
runs in the door gets this sample of Czech lager.
No, she said it was a little bit lightly carbonated. It's not quite
Are
done.
you doing it?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're doing
1, 2,
this.
3.
Oh, I like that.
I do too.
That's kind. That's got a
got,
kind taste.
pretty tasty.
It's easy
Yeah.
drinking.
That's easy drinking, Sam. You're
you
absolutely
doing?
right
Oh,
with
yeah.
that.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll
That's
have that other one.
the
Shit, I'll
the
drink
Czech lager, right?
Fuck.
Czech
I got all
lager.
this belly. I got all this
Ryan, how
belly
do
and
we
no
describe
learn
that?
to burn with it.
I don't even know.
I don't either.
It is.
It's got a unique flavor, but
it
I
does,
can't
but
describe it.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it has some smoked elements to it.
yeah.
Like
It's not oaky. It's not that.
No, it's
It's got a little bit of that Bavarian beer kind of aftertaste to
Yeah.
it, kind of thing.
I think
What he
it's,
said.
it's
Doesn't have a-
smoky. I think. I don't know.
Is that what
we'll
it
have
is?
That's
well,
not. That's not
luckily,
a. That's
in
not an aftertaste. though. That's real kind.
in about a half an hour, we're going to have the brewer Chris here, and he can
Yeah.
tell us what the hell we just drank because it was delicious.
Now,
and,
all 3 of us enjoyed that. That might be a first for a beer review on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah. Now did have prior to.
Corey, what did you think of it? Good stuff.
Thumbs
Yeah?
up.
Thumbs up.
Carbonation will bring out more.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all about time.
So I'll say this though.
Good lager, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I
it's good.
started out with the Peterstown Pilsner.
Yeah.
Tonight,
And
and it's got a little back end to her. She
yeah,
she got a hair of a bite coming off, and they tell me that's the kindest one they got here.
yeah,
so
that's their
that right
lightest
there,
beer source.
I like that a lot better.
good.
Yeah, put this
Come up
down,
here,
put this glass down there.
folks. Find your way to Stubborn German this weekend, and try the Czech lager. It'll be on
And
tap.
tell them that you heard about this place on the Get a Load of
Get
This
a load of
podcast.
this.
Definitely
Just
tell
tell
them
them
that.
I heard about this on those drunk
things
guys
go
that
fucking,
were.
unless this thing goes way south,
Yeah.
and then I go to prison, and
And
then
do
don't
not
say
mention
anything.
us.
I'll
So
go
I got-
buy some bourbon for you guys.
I got to ask, do you use mustache wax?
yes,
Do you?
you?
What kind? You got it in
Yeah,
your
I don't
pocket?
know.
I do. It's in
My
my
dad
jacket.
used to do that. My dad used to do that with his mustache as well, and it's just
So
you know,
I've just trimmed today, but I used to let my shit grow a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And it was long enough one time where I twirled it up and I showed my wife, and she's like, Never do that again.
I just do it. It'll be gone soon. I do it during the wintertime.
Yeah.
It kind of amuses me. So
Hey,
Well,
Jen,
it gives you something to mess with, right?
Nah,
how,
okay,
how do you
so-
feel about the twirly whirl mustache? Are you a fan? Maintenance, huh?
Jen doesn't really
She's
care
not
for
into
it.
it.
As far as the winter, though.
Do you have nightmares of waking up to
Not really. That wouldn't really bother me that much. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
The winter, you brought up the winter, and so I'm growing what could possibly be the most homeless looking beard there is. And I was going to shave.
I
and then
beg to differ. It's the homeless style beard is coming back. It's
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
you're
new thing,
chic.
man.
Little did you know.
You're in.
Yeah, finally. So then last weekend I seen my brother, and his shit is fucking just epic. And I
Which
was
one?
like,
Andy? No shit.
Yeah, and he's. But you know what I've noticed about it? It keeps me warm in the winter.
Yeah.
My beard keeps
Yeah.
me warm. Like
Yeah.
I have to wear a hat when I cut my hair.
IPA.
I'm good.
Thank you. You're
I'll
awesome, by the
have
way.
another-
Thank you.
I'll have one.
So I feel like we've
This
glossed
fucking
over
place
this
is
a little
awesome.
bit. Apparently, somebody, I guess my wife, brought in cupcakes to celebrate the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah,
of
I
podcast.
want a shit blue though.
Let's pass those around. Let's do this.
I'm
not
good. I
eating-
got-
I'm
I
not
gotta
eating
drive
cupcake.
later.
We
You
got
kidding me?
now. I
Yeah,
feel
no
like
shit.
there's a couple missing.
That is real
So
green.
our,
That is
our
green.
kids already got into the cupcakes and ate
If
some.
those cupcakes were weed,
I'm
that
out
shit
on
would
that.
be the sticky,
That's
icky,
sugar.
icky. I bet they are.
I feel like there's a number associated, like
There
green
it is.
30.
How about this? I'll eat
Oh
about
my
7 of
God.
them when
Oh
we're
my
done
God.
recording
Right,
here.
yeah. I'll sit out back and just regret
What?
myself.
I'm the only one eating a cupcake?
Yeah. So later on,
There goes
I'm gonna eat
Sam.
them.
My
I'm gonna
wife
eat 'em
worked
like
long
M&Ms.
and hard over these.
Yeah, it looks
slaved
like-
in
I
the
watched her pull the
kitchen.
wrap right.
She got
Yeah,
them on
they're even on
clearance.
clearance.
They have to be
Fucking
eaten by the end
some
of
old layaway
tonight.
ass cupcakes.
They're spoiled tomorrow, so.
I bet they're delicious though.
Yeah. I bet they'll be spoiling in my lower intestines is when that's going to spoil. They're cupcakes. How do they spoil? It's like
They
milk.
are,
Milk never spoils. It just changes.
A nice, lovely white cake with. This can only be described as like radioactive green.
Wait till that hits your colon.
It looks like food coloring with some frosting on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blues
0-0.
tied 0-0.
Not bad.
I'm gonna take a bite here,
Not a
Amir.
bad day,
That's
have ya?
why I don't
All
watch
you
sports.
AMSR fans, listen up.
Thank you so much.
Listen.
Nobody can hear you eating a cupcake.
I'm gonna make it plenty loud.
I'm gonna make it plenty loud.
Hey, Chris.
So good.
You've been looking at mine the whole night, you pervert.
Our YouTube listeners are gonna go through the roof, skyrocket. It's on my nose.
Skyrocket.
Do you get extra
inside.
credit when it's on your nose?
Ooh, afternoon delight.
Is there a fetish for AMSR on your nose?
Jesus, you were really stuck on that noise food thing, aren't you?
He's got some issues. He's got some problems.
Now, are you going to go home and jerk off to this later? or
No,
something
it's
like
not
that? Is that
about
what you're
sex,
telling me?
man. It's just about pleasure.
Well, isn't jerking off
No, it's
pleasurable?
different. I'm telling you, you got to do your research, man.
To hear this noise, that's pleasurable,
What the fuck? Stop
but
it.
you can't taste
Stop it.
All right, that's
Stop
enough.
it right
You've
now.
left it on your nose way too long.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
All right. So
My wife's like, maybe.
we are
I don't know.
we are now live. We are in the middle of recording.
feel like you're
our
pointing that camera right
anniversary-
at me.
Well, yeah, I am.
Are you Instagramming us live?
Yeah, this is this
me.
is
This
live.
is me.
This is Big Joe. And as Jarod.
Get a shot at double fisted. That's what it is, boys. Boys and girls, this is when you've arrived.
This is right before the island.
This is the fucking island, baby.
So we are we're about an hour and 20 minutes into into the anniversary episode, and we're having fun. We're having a good time. We got
Oh yeah,
good
we're having a
guests.
fucking blast. I hope everyone else is.
And
Yep.
We all having a good time tonight.
Woo! Joe has signed zero
Breasts? Oh, wait,
zero
what?
breasts.
My own, just to see if it's legible.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah, the Sharpie works,
It's all
Joe.
backwards, though.
Yeah.
I gotta.
So it
If you
says
look-
it says EOJ.
Yeah, if you look at it in the mirror, it's all good though.
Right.
So, I feel like we need to
Wrap it
this
up.
up
Yep,
and
that's what I was thinking.
prepare for.
So we're gonna put
shortly-
it on pause.
Chris is going to join us, the owner of Stubborn German. We're going to discuss beer and starting a small business and revitalizing the town and all kinds of cool shit.
Right on.
With the
Right on.
owner of Stubborn German. So let's get ready, and we want to thank everybody for listening. As usual, fuck the Cubs. Until next time, in about 10 minutes, I'm Jarod,
I'm Brian.
It's Joe.
and get a load of this.
I don't know how to fucking stop this. There we go.
You hit the stop button.
Look at his balls.
I wish
hope
he
that
would have
got
got. You're
picked up
so
in the mic.
old. I think I
hope
hit the
that's
button
on there.
How do you turn this damn contraption off?
So old.
Awesome.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
I liked it.
You're gonna have to.
Hey, Jarod.
No, ASMR.
Now you got to come in. We aren't back.
We are not back
No, we are back,
from the Silver Creek Studios.
but we are back, coming to you live.
That's right.
Coming to you on location.
Instagram Live. What's it called? Instagram Live? It's
That
on
was
Facebook.
Instagram Live. Yeah.
From Wienertown,
Oh,
USA.
yeah, I don't like this whole hunching thing.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta do it like the old-fashioned broadcasters. You know? Huh.
Routing first, on his way to second. He's going in. The throws
Oh my
a little
God!
high.
He just slid into
I
a
think
dirty
he's gonna
run.
make it.
We sound like douchebags.
Yep.
Corey's like, seriously?
Yeah. Well, he said he wanted to see how the sausage was made. And now, nobody ever wants to see that.
Never know. I used that quote today, actually.
How the sausage is made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the beating.
Yeah. It's never pretty.
No.
Well, it's awesome.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's delicious.
It's not every day you can go to a bar and hear Journey.
Right. I wonder.
No,
I wonder how much
actually,
is
I think it
picking
is
up.
every day.
I think it might be every
I
day.
think it is every day.
A couple times a day.
This might be our
know,
best episode because there's background music,
Right.
and
It would be awesome if that.
that old dude just walked by
get in a
staring,
fight, man.
staring at me, and he
Don't be starting shit.
I gave him the old, and he's like, like, what are we doing here, man?
Is that like the-
am I gonna fight an
Is that like the
octogenarian?
toe tapping in the stall? What is
Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to meet him. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'll drill the glory hole in a minute.
I'm scared.
Well, I really wish you'd come around with that, picking up the hooch again.
Hey, you know they don't wait on you here.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
just did.
they will. They generally don't. It's a microbrewery. It's not a bar.
all right, so
I didn't know the difference. Thank you.
So
it's
we wanna
it's
go?
a church pew.
we want to go.
Are we doing?
Well, it's recording,
Okay.
but this is like outtake shit.
All
We've
right.
got 2 minutes. I don't know if you want to do more.
We need more outtakes.
How's
That's
that?
not what I had in mind.
You know, if it was the 80s, I could have Chuck get me something.
Yeah.
It's the 80s.
Hey, that's mine.
Fucker, I've been buying you booze all night. Now you're taking my change? Well, you are just a cock.
Gotta pay me back with my own money.
Let me see what I got here.
Hey, daughter o' mine, what did you get? What did you get? What? You got this delicious barbecue place next door?
Jay Vizzle.
What is that?
That's just another place down there. Good
Bar
place.
down the street.
It's like American food, whatever.
Yeah. Bar food.
They got good barbecue. They got really good
barbecue,
smoked
girl.
chicken
They
wings.
smoked their shit for like 13 hours. It's good stuff.
Real good.
I'm telling you, man, this is a mecca.
Mecca.
It's a mecca.
That's right. The heartbeat.
Up and coming metropolis of southwestern Illinois.
It is the purple-headed warrior of Waterloo.
I did have to pass a cow farm to get here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
Are you
one.
sure it wasn't
Yeah.
goats?
You have
No, they're cows, dude.
It was
Where
cows.
was cows at?
Cows.
Right there by FS.
You probably pass them every day.
Yeah, you
Nah,
just don't realize there's cows.
I know where the goats are at. I don't know where the cows are at.
I don't know.
I always keep an eye on where the goats are at. You know.
Well, you know,
Ryan's got a little thing
Tammy's
for
out
goats.
of town.
You know, if you put their back legs in your boots with your feet.
Oh my
That's
God. Jeez.
And then hang them over.
There's kids here.
That's an old joke. Come on, man.
But then you're supposed to hang them over a cliff. So they
I did
keep
not
backing
have
up.
sexual relations with that goat.
Yeah. Okay.
So, did you guys hear earlier when there was a baby crying?
Here?
Like an infant baby crying?
Here.
Yes, here.
Infant baby.
Well, they got a daycare in the back, Jared.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the baby Jesus?
It might be. No, but it goes against my rule.
Our rule.
Our rule.
Our
Joe's
rule.
and my
Dude,
rule.
I agree.
They have board games here. They got fucking Candyland over there. You think
I
they're
know.
they're
Hey, that's
they're
8
here?
to 80 shit, man. That's different. That don't. That should not be the barometer of the age group that's allowed here.
Are we gonna break out Candyland later on and see who reigns supreme?
I wish they had Twister.
That could get ugly.
I would fucking derobe and get on it tonight. I can tell you, it would happen. It would fucking happen. It would
If
fucking
anyone
happen.
has Twister, we are live.
Yeah,
Come
live.
on up,
Bring it on
Stubborn
up.
Chirp.
Bring it on up.
That's gonna deter people from coming here. Yeah,
Bullshit.
and plus,
Everybody.
we're
likes
not
to
live.
See, everybody likes to
Kinda live.
see an oiled
It's live
fat
to
guy.
Corey.
They're not gonna hear this shit for a week,
Hey, Instagram
3
Live.
days, 4
We're gonna
days.
live stream
Yeah.
this shit.
something like that.
We're live,
Some of
although
you-
we're really not. I mean, we're alive in the sense that we're here. But
So where are we?
We're-
let's kick this thing off. We've had enough outtakes.
all right.
I need some booze.
We don't get silence in this joint though, so you're not going to get your
Okay.
dead air.
Everybody.